I'm Linda Kemp, and I'd like to show you an alternative approach to painting. If you found the leaves a little confusing in the last project, I'll show you a trick how to work with these leaves and build the layers. In this photograph of wisteria leaves, you'll see a cluster of leaves on a branch. This is a more complex shape. We'll take a look at a close-up. This close-up has been converted over to black and white. The black represents the negative space around the leaves. The shape of the leaf is easy to see. Now look at the area within the center of the stem, and you can see those fine little intricate areas of negative spaces. Those are the little shapes or the captured negatives that we want to focus on. That's what's going to tell the story. Here's a great trick that you can use to dazzle and amaze your friends. Begin with a pencil line, a nice swinging curve to it, and then we're going to mix up a bit of color. I'm going to put some strokes of color onto the paper. Now the brush stroke is quite particular. It's a comma stroke. Anchor your wrist on the paper, touch the brush down, press and lift. Touch, press, and lift. You can see why it's called a comma stroke. Touch, press, and lift as we go. Let's go to the other side. Touch, press, and lift as it goes down. There we go. Now, because we're working in the negative, you'll need to make a shift in the way that you visualize. These little shapes that I've made, they're not the leaves, they're the negative spaces between the leaves. Let me show you. Here's a little illustration of the same set of leaves, the same little negative spaces. Now you're going to be making a shape much like this. This is the negative space. So we'll be cutting out the leaves by making this sawtooth sort of shape. Using a large round brush, I'm going to pick up a mixture of color, and I'm going to point the point of the brush at the tip of the mark that I've made. My students say point the point at the point. So here we go, and we're going to pull down the first stroke. The stroke that I've made here creates the top edge of this leaf and the bottom edge of this leaf. Once again, pointing at the point and pulling it down. Point at the point and pull it away. Let's adjust that one so that we've got a nice edge here. Pointing at the point and pulling it away. And once again. So I've cut out this section of leaves. I want to wash this color away because I don't want a distracting hard edge. All right, I'll flip this over. Make sure I don't have an edge coming there. And I'll repeat the same thing again, cutting out the opposite side, pointing at that little negative space with my brush and pulling down. Washing the color out as I go. Let's make a nice little leaf. I want to think about the shape first. That's the most important part. Now, if I want to make a serrated edge, as some plants have on the leaves, then I take my little brush and I just cut into the sides, like so. Making some nice little teeth. Wash the color away. Let's do the other side. When this is thoroughly dry, we'll erase the pencil line and we'll put another layer in. On this particular sample, I've just worked on white paper, but you could also do this on an underpainting or a tinted piece of paper, and that way you'd have a nice blush of color instead of a white top leaf.